everybody, welcome back to PadfootTD Games. My name is Zach, I'm the voice behind the icon. We are here in Manchester, New Hampshire today with our Camping World Truck Series hauler, sponsored by Subway. We're going to be heading down as close as we can get to Charlotte, North Carolina for our time trial run, yet again, in the Camping World Truck Series. Some people pointed out that that is the old logo for the Camping World Truck Series. I just haven't had a chance to upgrade it, and knowing that next year we're going to be changing the sponsor, I figured I wouldn't even deal with it to go back into the file. But like I said, we're actually going to be going down to, I believe you pronounce it as Raleigh? Here, in North Carolina. That's the closest that we can get to Charlotte. So, it's going to be a long drive, so let's hop into the truck and let's get underway. You're actually going to see a little blip here really quick. Me being forgetful me, forgetting to turn on our joy to key that runs our button box. There we are. Button box is up and running. We are connected. We've already done our tug test. Let's get on the road. As I'm pulling out of here, I hope everybody's having a good day. It's been a little bit of a stressful day for myself. It's actually been a stressful week, excuse me. We're going into our last show of the year, so of course everybody's ready for that. Next week is finals at the school that I work at, so we have students freaking out about that, as well as faculty and teachers. So, you know, a lot all happening at once, but finally was able to sit down in the chair today, and I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do what relaxes me, and that is come on to American Truck Sim. Thanks for letting us out. I know you're only doing that because the flashers were on. But yeah, it's been a pretty stressful week, and then of course when I come on to stream and to record this episode, come to find out that the game has been updated, which I've been really excited about this update. But some of the mods I have are not ready for version 1.31, I believe is what it is. So of course none of the saves that we had would load. So, you know, that's not a good way to start the day. And then on top of that, the mouse that I was using is broken. I used just a cheap wireless, not wireless, I wired mouse. Was broken, so we had to deal with that. And then the new mouse that I have in here right now is a piece of crap as well. So, you know, it's not been a win-win. But now, we're finally in the truck. We're finally on our way. For those of you who might be just joining, this is the skin that we're going to be driving with. Beautiful. I love it. I did create it myself, so I'm not trying to toot my own horn here. I am just trying to say that it looks pretty good. You know, it's better than driving around a blank trailer or one that just says Featherlite on the side. It's nice to have a sponsor on the side. Brings that kind of realism factor to life. But we're going to hop here on the 93 out of Manchester and get headed down. If this is your first time watching the stream or first time watching a video on YouTube, I thank you. My name is Zach. I am the voice behind the icon of PadfootTD Games. So, you know, it's one of those things. Welcome. I am partially deaf. I have a service dog who's with me all the time. Her name is Ella. She's sitting right over here. This is actually a good representation of what she really looks like. I did finally bite the bullet, and I have decided to finally get a social media account. I do have Facebook and everything. I don't really want to give that out, but I did finally get an Instagram. So if anybody ever wants to see pictures of Ella, because that's pretty much all that's going to be out there, a cute German Shepherd, 1-year-old puppy, it's on Instagram. Yeah, that's the one. Instagram at PadfootTD Games. Spent 12 hours getting, getting all the mods working. Just reading over on the chat. Yes, absolutely. I don't have the time. I wanted to get some videos in, so I made the game revert itself, and I know I can update it in a future time, and I just know it's going to take so long because I have so many mods in here now, I've lost count, and that's bad bookkeeping on my end. But we'll get it updated. The biggest thing that I'm looking forward to, and I haven't watched any videos really on it yet, is having the cables connected to the trailers. I don't know if it would for this trailer, because it is a mod. But if it did, just another level of realism. Pop on that cruise control and head south. Yeah, I know it can take so long to go through mods. That's kind of been the trouble with the Grand Theft Auto. Whoa, break. We're actually gonna remind me later. Sorry about that. Anything that might have happened on the screen. The computer just popped up and said there's important updates and just kicked me out of my game. So you're gonna see a spot where it goes quiet. for a second, and I panic. Sorry about that. Oh, Windows, love you. Okay. I told it to remind me later, and knowing Windows, it's going to ask me in about 5 more minutes. But that's been the biggest problem with Grand Theft Auto recently for myself, is I have so many mods in there, and when the game updates, it kind of kicks them all out. So I really need to go through and just take the time. This is just telling me in the chat, link deleted. So it just says you are link deleted or link deleted. So not sure what you're trying to say there, but apparently the chat does not like it, which is strange. Speeding a little bit here. Knock it off me. Back down there. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, I hope everybody's been having a good week. It's been a roller coaster. It's been a roller coaster for the missus as well. You know, she works at the daycare on campus, so the end of the year coming, kids are excited obviously for their summer vacation. They get their parents back, as it were, from the teaching staff. So, you know, we're looking forward to it. Yeah, it came up again. It's just link deleted. That's so strange. I'm not sure why. I don't have a twin monitor up. I'm just using my phone. So maybe it's on the phone that's just not showing it. But it just says link deleted. That's just odd. But, yeah. Like I said, there is an Instagram account now if you want to follow. Yet again, it's just going to be puppy pictures, pretty much. I'm not really big on the social media. I don't have the time for it. But I figured there's a couple people who asked, so I figured I would. There's also a plant. I found a plant randomly the other day, and his name is Tim now. He'll show up on there every once in a while, too. But thank you all for being here today. It's going to be a good little drive down to North Carolina. I'm hoping to make it in one run. I'm not exactly sure if we're going to be able to do that. All I know is that I'm very tired. I have until 4:30 to stream, so we have a little bit over an hour left that I can stream for you guys and get this video taken care of. I've been doing this actually all season long of if I can't get the truck to the location, I won't run the time trial, which has been kind of a kick in the butt, because it's an unneeded amount of realism to the point where you just end up getting frustrated because you have to stay up late, or you don't really want to play American Truck Sim and you're forcing yourself to. So no, it's torture of my own doing, but I still enjoy it. In the end, it's like, just have that realism factor. And I hope you guys enjoy it too. Love it. Going through Providence. Get it down to 55. Just on this small strip. I get it. I've never been in Rhode Island, so I wouldn't know, but just this one strip. Love it. And I know, obviously, things are not made to real life in this game, but still. And back up to 65. Stock truck issues. Just weird. It keeps on saying link deleted. I don't understand. If I had my laptop up here and I was logged into my account, I'd be able to see, but right now I'm just as a guest watching. That's so bizarre. I'll check it afterwards and I'll get back to you. Huh. Come on, stay on the road. There's a lot more content coming. There's actually a couple games that I've been looking at that I actually wanted to bring to the channel. BeamNG, I do a lot of monster truck work on there just for fun. Obviously with freestyle, different kinds of events there. I did the first one the other day, recorded it, had it up and ready, and then found out that when I uploaded it, I actually uploaded the wrong version. I uploaded the unedited version of me struggling to get everything set up, and I was so mad. Luckily, I caught it only 2 minutes after being uploaded, so nobody had seen it yet. But it was just such a frustrating moment. When you start scheduling out these videos, and then today was a mess up too. I forgot that I had 2 videos going out today. I saw one go out, and I kind of panicked. I was like, oh, I really wanted a second one. Move things around, and by the time I moved things around, I then had noticed, after I published everything, I actually had 3 videos today go out on YouTube. And I was like, okay, well, I guess that's going to happen. So, we're in here, we're driving, we're happy to be in the moment. I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm having a good day now that I'm sitting behind the wheel. Just relaxing on the road. Watch those miles tick off as we get closer and closer to our destination. Nella's here by my feet. When the mouse broke, I actually took it off and just put it on the side of the room so that I could bring it down to the trash later. She picked it up and walked across the room with it. It was super cute, you know, and that's a 1-year-old puppy for you. As well, like I was talking about, graduation's coming up next week. Picked up the regalia that I have to wear. It is exactly what I wore in college, but the robes that they rent are actually nicer quality than what I had in college, and I said, hey, you're gonna pick up the bill, you can rent it. I'm debating whether or not I want Ella to be in her cap and gown. Like I said, she is a 75-pound German Shepherd, and she'd look so cute in it. The gown is actually from my last service dog, Belle, from when I graduated from college. She actually wore it on graduation day, because since she was a puppy, she went to every single class with me, so I figured, let's dress her up too. She worked hard just as much as I did. Going back to the subject just a little while ago, I was talking about content possibly coming up onto the channel. Another thing that I'm looking at is vlogs. That's a big thing that I'm looking at because there's a lot of things I want to be able to show you guys. I want to be able to show you when we go down to Six Flags New England, just to show you the experience there, and Ella's experience. We give you a little bit of an inside of what it's like to go to these kind of places with a service dog, a real service dog. We've seen too many people who show up with fake ones because they couldn't leave their dog at home. A real service dog who has to work in these environments to watch the interaction of her in the park with her. It's a pretty good learning lesson from time to time. A vlog that I know that we are scheduled to record is next weekend. I don't know when it'll pop up on the channel, but one of our local speedways, it's about an hour from here, it's called Claremont Speedway in New Hampshire, used to be known as Twin State Speedway, is having their open modified event that Saturday, which is, it's like $6,000 purse to be won. They're expecting 30 plus modifieds to show up. This is of course hometown racing, so it's like an SK modified. But I plan to video a little bit of that, see if they'll let us go down to the pits with Ella. Technically they can't say no, but it's kind of one of those common sense of, do you bring a dog into a working pit area? You know, there's things as a handler that you just have to put together as, you know, 2 plus 2. Not a good situation. She does go to the races if we're somewhere that's got louder than a certain amount of decibels, since I always have a decibel meter with me. We actually have custom headphones that she wears. She wears these headphones that dampen down what can be heard, but do not overly affect her hearing. It does bring it down a little bit, but seeing as she is a hearing alert service dog, I need her ears to be intact. Excuse me. I've noticed there's a couple things that I do a lot. I will clear my throat a lot. My wife has told me about this. She says that it's a nervous tick, and that's probably 100% correct. I talk almost all day in my classes to students. Talking to the air, like talking to myself, just so I can get a recording, that makes me feel uncomfortable. I have nobody that I'm directly talking to. So that's probably why you hear it. I promise I'm working on it. Also working on a new microphone as well. Right now I'm just using a standard concert microphone that we have. I have an acoustic one that should pick it up a little bit better. I had some people ask about the button box. First up, they asked what it was. So a button box that you can make yourself is just a box full of parts and wires with buttons, switches, knobs, whatever you can think about on it that you've programmed to work with your game. Now the way that I've done it is I've watched plenty of tutorials before I spent the money. I bought just a generic game case. I don't remember what they're exactly called. It's like a project box. That's what it's called. Bought a project box, some switches that had 3 channels on them, buttons that were only push to go, as well as 2 golf cart headlight knobs, because they have the right amount of connections. You can buy these beautiful little kits that come with a little circuit board and wires, believe it or not, all in one package. That comes with the USB. You plug these in, you plug it into your computer. You need to use a program such as JoyToKey. The reason why I bring that one up is because it was free, and it still is free. It's a program that you have to have running with your game. So if you remember at the beginning where I had to exit out really quick, you have it running with your game, and you select these buttons, and you tell them what key you want them to be. So for, you know, flashers, I have it on F. When I flip, it goes to F. Let's actually pop over into this lane. Looks like we've got something going on up here. Overturned truck. Oh yeah, oh, sand all over the place. Oh, that's... Get your Swiffer. Get your Hoover. That's gonna be a fun pickup. Man, I can't even imagine dropping that kind of load. First off, any sort of mineral grain or anything is usually extremely heavy. But then having to pick it up off the floor afterwards, pick it up off the ground. Wow, that's a bummer. One thing that I would love to see American Truck Sim put in there, or maybe somebody could do a mod. You see these roadside events all over the place, and sometimes they are like that, where cargo has spilled, from boxes to logs, etc. I would love an option that's a pickup point. You pick up the trailer, you know, let's say the truck crashed. You know, that's what you have to assume, is that the cab crashed and it's not in use. You go pick up the goods and continue the delivery. Kind of like if you cancel a load, somebody comes and picks it up. Just have that ability. I've seen some amazing mods of the tow truck, big rig tow trucks, and you can bring a rig as cargo from place to place. It was spectacular. I wish I remember who had done it. But I highly recommend somebody going out into YouTube and checking that out. I'm gonna be honest, it's a beautiful day for a drive in the sim and obviously in real life. Right now it's starting to get warmer out. There's a nice crisp breeze outside, which I wish I was outside, but you know, computer and outside don't go too well together. But it's a beautiful day outside. It matches exactly what I see in the game. We're supposed to have rain coming in this weekend, which is a bummer because we're getting towards the end of the year and we have one more show on Saturday, but that's at night. I was hoping to get some lawn work done. But lo and behold, rain has some other ideas. So have some beautiful days during the week and then rain on the weekend. But, you know, welcome to New England. In Florida, you're guaranteed rain, probably at least once a day, some sort of spurt. And then up here in New England, the weather does whatever the hell it wants to do. It's interesting. Right now I have the door to my office where I'm recording open, and like I said, I have Ella by my side because that's usually where she'll sit. Usually unplug me. I haven't checked recently. I just did. That's why you saw the swerve. It is still plugged in, so you can still hear me. Beast is down the hall. That's our white German Shepherd, and our Husky sitting in the doorway, laying down. Actually, not sitting, and just staring at me. That's what she does. Like, Dad, why do you talk to yourself so much? I talk to myself because I like it. You know, if we're coming up on a year since I lost my last service dog. Her name was Belle, as I mentioned earlier. She was a German Shepherd just like Ella. She was Bella's, Ella, not Bella. She was Ella's aunt, if you do the bloodline. And she passed away in June of last year, very unexpectedly. We didn't know that she was going to die until a week beforehand. She was only 3.5 years old. We had found out a week before she had passed that she had kidney failure and that they were going to fail. And we spent all this money and all this time for a week trying to get ways to get the numbers in her kidneys, the results. Like, I don't remember if it's an enzyme or something within it, to be at a certain point. And it looked like it was going up one day, and then the next day it took such a steep curve that they didn't know if she was going to make it for the weekend. So, you know, we had to do the right thing and put her down because there's no recovering. But losing a dog at 3.5 that you've been with for 24/7, 365 days a year for 3.5 years is traumatizing. And it was traumatizing for a wicked long time. And then, of course, since I need a service dog with me to function from day to day, we automatically had to look into puppies to start getting into the training program, which we did, and luckily we were able to find one that was related to Belle. We're coming up on a year right now. So if you're hearing this in a stream, you see this on YouTube, for me, take a break from YouTube. If you're at college, obviously it's gonna wait till you go home. If you have a furry friend, whether it's a dog, cat, horse, fish, don't hug your fish, bird, whatever it might be. Go home, hug them, love them. Let them know that you still love them. You can play with a dog every day, but every once in a while, random affection is fantastic. Hug them for me. Obviously, yes, I have a puppy, and we have 2 other dogs. We're coming up on a year of that event, and it breaks my heart when I think about it. And it hurts now, but it helps to talk to people about it. But just do that for me. I would appreciate it. Now that I've brought this whole stream and video down, we'll bring it back up. I just had to get that off my chest. But welcome to Delaware. We're still making our way down to North Carolina. Looking forward to the time trials there this week. I know that we have the truck series at Charlotte. I just said it too. Come on, me. At Charlotte, we have the K&N series at Bristol. We have the SK Modified series at Five Flag Speedway, which is down in Florida. That's another long trip that we're going to be taking. We have the regular modifieds that we've been running. They are going to be up in New Hampshire, which is awesome and not awesome at the same time. This is 100% my home track. I have been going to New Hampshire Motor Speedway since 1995, and I've only missed 2 years since it's been opened. For the past 3 or 4 years, I can't remember exactly how much, we've actually been camping there, which you guys get to come along with us in July as well. Really bummed that we got rid of our fall race because they're going to make us sit up in the stands and cook. New Englanders do not do well in the sun. We burn quite easily. Just generalizing there. That should be fine, right? But you guys get to come along, and I'm excited about that. There's a lot of fun things that I have planned. Just, they need to get here. The missus and I are going down to New York in June, in case you haven't heard about that yet, to see a couple Broadway shows. We're going to see Hamilton, Dear Evan Hansen. We're going to go see Lion King. What else? There's a couple big name plays. I think that's it for right now, but we're training down. And you guys get to come along with the adventure. So, you know, gaming might be short, but there will be vlogs. I promise. So, I'm excited to bring you guys with me. Even if 3 people watch this video, 3 people watch any of the videos, I'm sharing. I'm very lucky to have the life that I have, to have the job that I have. And I know that there's some people who are not as fortunate. So, it's not trying to rub it in your face of look at the games that I get to play, look at the places I get to go. It's come with me. Come with me. Let's bring you on this adventure. Obviously I can't show you the plays, I can't, you know, do that, but I can bring you down to New York. You know, it's better than watching something on YouTube. You know, of just like, oh look, it's a sky shot of New York. Let's go to New York, come with me. Let's terrain in. That's what it looks like. So I'm excited about that. Coming up on Baltimore now, we should actually probably flip our lights on. Just because it's getting a little dark. I'm also going to do something I never do, and I'm sorry about this. I'm going to take a screenshot. But we're back, and we're heading back down the road. We're passing Baltimore right now. How much longer do we have on this trip? Oh, 6 hours. Oh, that's not bad. We'll get that done before the missus is home. And we'll get this into one video. That's what I wanted to do. I don't mind splitting up videos, especially for like longer trips. Just makes my life easier when you only have to edit one. And especially when you want to post it and you're trying to figure out, should I post it on the same day, yada yada. You know, first world problems. But yeah. Let's see, what else? I was just about to go on a tangent about something. That's what I do. What was that going to be? Well, we're coming up on more road work, so yay on that. Left side, right side. Left side, right side. Left side, right side. And it's on the left side. So we don't have to squeeze over one. We're going to give them room. Our big beast coming through here. And they want us down 50, 55. We will just coast through here. I'm not going to slam on the brakes to get through. Sorry, guys. Doing good work. I haven't doing anything yet. yeah, a lot of fun things happening in the future. Tonight, the missus and I are counting this as our date night. Heading to our favorite pizza place that we've been going to for the last 2 years every Friday. It is currently Thursday. The missus is actually going down to her best friend's graduation in Connecticut this weekend, so we're not able to make it tomorrow. So, damn be it, we're gonna do it today. Also, I'm starving. Some pizza sounds really good. And I think Ella would love some pizza crust. We do give her an above average amount of human food. The only reason why is because her metabolism is escalated, and her fitness is escalated because, like a dog will sleep 2 or 3 times during the day. Even if it's just a power nap, they'll just sleep. Ella doesn't get that opportunity. Since I'm awake throughout the day, she's awake. She might take like a little power snooze, but not like a normal dog would. So she's been trained to actually stay up. She'll take a power snooze like she is right now, but she's still fully alert. She sleeps 8 hours at night with us, depending on how many hours I get of sleep. So everything's kind of escalated in her book. So she does get pizza crust. She does get a chicken nugget or 4, and I know a lot of people will shame on me for that. But at the same time, if I'm out, that might be her food. We always pack dog food when we're traveling, but like tonight, I have some dog food in my office, but I might as well feed her while we're eating as well. That does not count as only food. I know there's not nutrition in all this stuff, but, also it keeps her occupied. She can be bored sitting at a restaurant where everything smells good. She gets a little bit of it, and she's 100% spoiled. If you have a chance to go out onto Instagram for PadfootTD games, you'll see. It's very small right now. I think I have like 3 pictures out there. I'm working on it. I kind of need a smack in the head every once in a while and say, hey, people are looking for stuff. Get out there. Ooh, speed limit went up to 70. All right. Let's flip off cruise control. Let's pick up some speed. What's nice about this year versus last year, for when we do the vlogs from New Hampshire Motor Speedway, whoa, wiggle, is last year, due to some RV troubles that we were having, we were not able to actually pull in until Saturday. We are the kind of people, and actually I'm the kind of person who will be there starting Thursday during the day, so that I can see the hauler parade. So we get to include that, Friday's practices, Saturday's races, and Sunday's race as well. Really excited about that. Really excited to bring you guys with it too. I know I'm saying excited a lot. It's just, it's been such a downer week. That's what I want to say. I just want it to be exciting. I want it to be fun. Sitting in the dark watching dance for the last week. I had somebody ask me the other day in a note on YouTube about my theater career. And it's nothing major. I'm just a technical director, so I design and build the sets and run the shows. But they asked me what the shows were for next year. We do not pick those yet. Our theater director, he's the one who picks the plays. We'll pick the plays because he knows how many people he wants for actors, whatever. And then he'll come to me, the technical director, and say, can we do these plays? Is it feasible? And I say yay or nay, and off we go. So we do not know yet. We should know by next Wednesday. Sorry about weaving, everybody. I'm trying to fix my headphones. Drive's good. Looking over there. Safo game. Sorry, the font's so small right now, and I'm trying to watch the road. Drive's good. It's smooth. Not a lot of traffic yet. I actually prefer night driving versus day driving. I know when people are watching the stream, they'd much rather see day driving. But can't control that. I mean, you can. I'm sure there's a mod out there, but drive's good. Yet again, having such a long trailer behind you kind of gives it a little extra excitement. It's better than a reefer behind you. You got something that's way longer. And yet again, the light package that's on the outside of this trailer is just, first off, it's spot on, which is awesome. But it looks so nice. Where are you headed? Headed down to North Carolina from New Hampshire. Heading down closest that we can get to Charlotte, North Carolina, where the Monster Energy All-Star race is this weekend. There's also a time trial down there in iRacing for the Camping World Truck Series, or the Class C. But we all know what it's supposed to be. Not sure what state we're in right now, though. I stopped paying attention to the signs as we were coming through. So we'll have something soon. Let's see. Virginia Beach. Okay, so there you go. That kind of answers where we are. Excuse me. Am I a fan of racing? Yes, very much so. I'm a big fan of anything that NASCAR produces. You know, I'm a fan of all the big series. Very large fan of the Whelen Modified series. But my favorite thing of all is hometown racing. I have 2 hometown tracks near me, and that's what I grew up on. I was born in '92. I have technically actually been going to the races since I was 92, since in 1992, when my mom was pregnant with me, about 6 or 7, no, not 7 months, you know, between 4 and 6 months of being pregnant. We actually went down to an old speedway that used to be in Agawam, Massachusetts, called Riverside Park, and I've literally been going ever since I came out of the womb, literally. So very large fan. If I had the money and time, I would own one myself. And it's a bummer because I do work at what we would call a fancy establishment that has a lot of uppity people, and I'm not saying that in a bad way, but when I bring up that I'm a fan of racing or NASCAR in general, they automatically take like 150 IQ points off. Okay? And yes, I am redneck. Yes, I was born in the sticks. 100%. Okay? I understand that. A good day to me is sitting up in the stands and having a beer and watching race cars go around. Okay? But I try to go into it. It's not just sitting and getting drunk and watching. There's strategy. There's the excitement. You always have somebody you like, and you always have somebody you dislike. That adds all to it. It's funny, I was talking with my students about, you know, hometown racing, and they're like, we should put together a car and race it. And I say, yeah, I very much doubt a private school's gonna sponsor that. Well, if they did, I'd be tickled to death. Let's see, how much longer? Oh, we got 2 hours left. Yeah, we don't need to stop. We'll make it in one run. What I think's gonna happen is, depending on the time, and I have a watch here and I can actually look at, we actually might start another run once we finish this one. Oh, absolutely. I can 100% agree. Being bored, doing homework. Yes, I'm a teacher. I am a teacher who teaches technical theater and a little bit of acting. And knowing that I was just in college 2 years ago, and I graduated in high school in 2010, I relate so much with my students, and I can relate with you having to do homework. I do not envy that. In all of my classes, I do not assign any homework whatsoever. Yes, North Carolina. We're almost there. Yeah, I don't assign any homework. My thought is, for math and science, maybe assign some homework. And that comes from somebody who's not good at math or science. But really, I think the most important thing is doing it in class, doing hands-on. That's what I teach. You know, we build sets, we use lumber, saws, tools, power tools, all that. There's no point in me giving them homework. And there's a current uproar with current students in high schools that they want less and less homework. They want less homework. They want less things to do at night. And I'm 100% for that. If you're in school from like 8 to 3, and then you only have like, let's say 3 to 8 with the sun still out to do anything, that cuts out socialization. I think socialization and hanging out with friends is much better for you as a human being than trying to figure out your math homework. You know what I mean? But hey, what are you gonna do? I'm just a guy who turns lights on and off. It's literally what somebody has told me before. Aren't you just somebody who clicks a button and turns lights on and off? oh yeah, it didn't take 15 hours to get to that point to be able to press that button, but you know, you do you. For anybody who is watching, you will realize I do go on tangents, and it's 100% a teacher thing. A lot of teachers do it, and it's kind of a pain in the butt sometimes because you realize that you're going on a tangent like I am right now. You don't even know what's happening. What kind of homework are you doing? I'm just curious. I'm always curious to what people are doing and why you have to put something on the background. You know, I did the same thing in high school. You know, whenever I did do homework, I'd always need something else because I'm procrastinating, but at least I'm still trying. Also, people might see that I'm a little bit all over the road. That is just because my eyes are super dry in my office right now. Our house is super dry right now, so dry eye, not being able to 100% pay attention to the road all the time because of excessive blinking. I'll have the Pac-Man stare that's staring into our soul right there. Oh, see, okay. So for those of you who won't see it, what was said in the chat, got to write an essay on which I'm making connections, links between the book and the lesson. See, that was one of the biggest things that I hated as a student, and I still hate as a teacher when people do this. Sometimes you might understand the lesson better than you understand the book. If you understand the book better than the lesson, you're not going to be able to compare them. And I think that's kind of a cop-out on teachers. So if you like your teacher, I don't mean them any offense. If you don't like your teacher, then shame on them. Let's get that air brake in there. Let's get off. This is our exit. Yeah, see, I was always more of a hands-on learner. If you can give it to me in some way that I can hold on with my hands, even with math, we've done that before. You know, write it out on a whiteboard rather than take this worksheet home. Which is weird on how I ended up becoming a teacher. Never in a million years did I think that would happen. But here we are 2 years later, going into our 3rd year, and I can't see myself anywhere else. What's the book, or is it just something, you know, lesson-based? Is it like math or science, or is it an actual, like, literature book? Now my curiosity is piqued. That's the bummer thing. Once you're out of college and you have a job, some people are just happy never to learn anything again, etc. Me, I need some sort of stimulation. I prefer to actually learn something new all the time. That's actually why I get some of the simulator games, because yes, they're simulators, but you have the ability to learn something that you've never done before. Such as, like, Flight Sim. I know I'm gonna run it. Yeah, I know. Not gonna try to stop this giant thing in time. Alright, so we're here in Raleigh, North Carolina. So we are going to be pulling in here. Yet again, I wish somebody would model some sort of track to pull into. That'd be kind of cool. But we did our job. We got the truck down here like we were supposed to. Yeah, I hook you on the case. Yeah. Absolutely. This is actually the best thing that I like about streaming is just talking. You know, I'm already playing a game. I can connect with other people. You know, I can connect with my students, but you know, they don't want to talk to their teacher the whole time. So it's nice to be able to talk to other people out in the world. Alrighty, we're gonna be pulling up here. I believe this FedEx depot. Let's take a look at this one more time. Looks so good. Okay. Speaking about history and religion. Yeah, I did a class on that in college. I actually did it with my wife. That was before she was my wife. I don't remember really any of it. I find the stuff fascinating, but I did not retain that information well. Let's flip on these flashers. Let's make sure we're not going to hit that wall. Every once in a while I'll clip it coming in here. Nice and slow. Getting the truck out of here is actually going to be a pain in the butt. Oh, you could... Okay, well, you know what? Let's straighten out a little bit. Let's be proud of the job we're doing here. Oh, that's fine. Oh, French. That's fantastic. I've had a viewer from Sweden and a French-speaking one. I don't want to assume that you're from France. I know that the language actually can travel many places. But thank you for being here. You know, before I became a technical director in theater when I was in school, I actually worked in international travel. So I got to learn a little bit about the world from all over the place. Let's drop this load. Let's get it unhooked. And see what stats we have here. So we drove 740 miles. It took 11 hours and 22 minutes in game and 108.2 gallons of fuel. That's not bad at all. A French spy in Belgium. Oh, I love it. I love your sense of humor. That's awesome. Nope, I don't need any more points. I'm not going to do the fuel economy. I like where the fuel is in the game. All right, let's... no, not save. Back to drive. Ooh. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for this run. I hope you enjoyed. I actually enjoyed it. It was nice to sit behind the wheel and chat with you all and, you know, just blow off some steam, and I think this is a great way to do it. Like I said, if you're watching here on Twitch, I do have a YouTube. It's PadfootTD /games, where all the videos get put out after a little bit of editing, so they're a little less boring to watch, unless you like to watch the whole entire thing. As well as I do have an Instagram now. It is PadfootTD Games. You'll see plenty of pictures of the puppy. That's pretty much all that's going to be used for. So, I hope you guys had a good time. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.